Okay, another question. I think it's quite, obviously we're not just mortgage brokers, we're here to protect mortgage in many eventualities. Why would you say someone needs life cover?
For me personally, there's a whole manner of reasons. Yeah, one of the biggest investments in your life is a mortgage. Okay, so why wouldn't you protect that? There's a lot of people that will protect their phone. You could lose your phone, but if you die or something happens, who's protecting your family? If you've got kids, what's the future hold for them if you pass away? So I do feel very strongly about protection. It does fall hand in hand with a mortgage. It shouldn't be treated separately. It has to come up very early on in the conversation.
I find, we've had this conversation a number of times, shocking that someone will pay £10 to protect something that's worth £1,000 in their pocket, that makes phone calls and they watch YouTube on, but then won't pay £20 to protect their life.
Yeah,
it just doesn't comprehend to me that why. I have even actually said no to a client because he wouldn't take life insurance, so I wouldn't do the mortgage.
No,
and that wasn't for anything other than if you didn't see the value to something and how important it was, then should you really be taking that debt on? Or did I feel comfortable putting him in that position? I didn't.
You've got people that, we go through a thorough, when we're talking to clients, we go through in depth in terms of their budgets and what they've got, what they're spending out on, and obviously pet insurance comes up quite a bit. And you'll
all
see
the time.
£50 pet insurance, and you think, well, okay, obviously you regard your dog or your cat or your budgie, really fondly, but you won't protect your family.
You won't pay 50 quid to protect yourself.
Yeah, or loved ones,
I think it's also important to understand the consequences of not doing it. If you don't have certain policies in place, then you could, if the worst does happen, then your family you're not protected. Your family aren't gonna be able to look after.
They're going to lose their home. It's as simple as that. That's the bottom line of it, isn't it?
So preparing for the worst is better than the consequences of the worst happening without preparation there.
Yeah, a lot of it's down probably to historic bad press. People don't believe cover pays out when you need it to pay
mis-selling
out.
of PPI,
Mis-selling of stuff like that, which causes problems. And I think people just have their backs up about, I've got to pay something extra for something that I'll probably never ever use.
But there's no benefit. Life cover doesn't benefit you.
You don't get it now.
Let's hope you don't need to use it. The idea is, it's the same as car insurance.
Yeah.
You pay for a fully comp. Why do you pay for fully comp insurance? You only need third party.
So you have to have
Well, the difference with car insurance is you have to have car insurance. You don't have to have life insurance.
Absolutely. But
there's nothing out there saying you must have it.
Right. Not like it used to be anyway.
It used to be, which is part of the problem. But so, like we do, you need to make customers understand it right at the beginning of the process, not a little bit later on in time. But you can only do what you can do, and there are going to be people that just not interested, not going to take it, not going to listen.
I think at the very least, people need to understand that, protect your mortgage, protect your loved ones. Now, obviously we go, again, the same as what we do with a mortgage, we go through an in-depth discussion about what cover you currently got at the minute.
Yeah, you check it.
Are you self-employed or employed? What cover have you got? What haven't you got? A lot of people fail to understand that critical illness is just on you as an individual covering it, covers your kids and future kids.
Well, there's an awful lot of people who've been affected over COVID, some way or another, by health.
You can look at the benefits, like Debbie was telling us about getting a doctor's appointment through your life insurance, rather than having to wait 6 weeks for the doctor's appointment. We can get there offering those types of services now. We've had people's children recently just got paid out on their critical illness policy, where unfortunately children fell ill. We've had life insurance pay out. People didn't buy the house. That was unbelievable. That they put their application in at the same time as their mortgage application. It was in, it was accepted. They hadn't even bought the house, and Mr. passed away, and the insurance company still paid out. So that in the 20 odd years I wouldn't even believe that happening.
Application, it's free cover, isn't it?
Yeah,
even an application.
Yeah.
Only on the life, obviously, but it's something.
But it got that lady her home at the end of the day. Which
absolutely.
Losing her husband and then not getting her home would have been pretty horrific, wouldn't it?
I think one of the, I say arguments, but one of the things I do counter a lot is, well, I've got some really good benefits at work. I've got, 4 times death in service salary if I pass away. that's all good if you stay with that company for 25, 30 years.
Yeah. Most people won't, and when they do, will they check the new benefits that matches the old one? Most of them don't, because now you only tend to get 2 times you'd say. Death in service as well. So
I think the stats don't bode very well for protection, so be it income protection or critical illness. But I think when the client who we're dealing with at the front end understands the importance, it can change the way that they're thinking.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know we're touching on income protection, but you look at a main earner, for example, who says, well, I've got all this cover. You say, okay, your wife is at home looking after the kids. Say something happens to her, You're going
to have to take time off work, aren't you?
You're going to have to take time off work. Exactly, or say you're sick,
take it to the hospital,
what kind of benefits, whatever. There's a whole manner of reasons why protection is important. It's not just, if you die, that's it, there's a payout. It covers a broad range.
They're right, there's definitely more to it.
I think that's where we are really important at the very front end. Yeah. That conversation that we have, and when we're sitting with someone, talking to them, and just going through. At the time, they probably just want to talk about mortgages, but to understand the importance of the protection, I think is critical.
Well, the age-old thing is, right? It used to be saying, look, I know you're desperate to get in the house. It's my job to keep you in it.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the protection as a way of keeping you and your family secure in that house for whatever journey you go through.